Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to take a look at the latest full power battle to come to DB Legends in the form of the full power battle against Goku Black, and this is for Z power for Super Saiyan 2 Trunks and some slot removers. So pretty decent stuff, nothing too crazy, but pretty decent stuff. And yeah, obviously just some pretty great rewards all round, which I think is always much appreciated. The 4 parties that you need to form will be God Key, Vegeta Clan, Extreme and Future, and Event Exclusive. And if you haven't done a full power battle before, the process is pretty unique, but basically you will generate 4 teams from your units that exist. You will generate 4 teams and you will fight alongside 3 AI controlled allies, basically generated from your teams, and then you will basically have to defeat the enemy through various methods, most of them being the Rise and Rush, all out attacks, etc. So just a pretty decent kind of smorgasbord kind of content. What I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to show you some options, but ideally you want to focus on units that have little yellow spikes, because this is going to enable you essentially to have a pretty decent time overall and have some extra boosted damage. If you don't use those units, then you will tend to struggle a little bit overall. So yeah, basically you're going to want to try and make sure that you have at least some battle bonus characters in your team. Preferably all 4 characters you choose, as your main characters must all be battle bonus based characters. Once you've done that, you're basically good to go. I'm going to be using predominantly event exclusive units just to kind of show you guys the various options that you have. But again, ideally you really do want to kind of handle essentially this event with battle bonus characters. It will make your life a lot easier. Obviously you also want to add in a whole bunch of equipment, because this is super duper important and will obviously alter how everything comes out for you. So honestly speaking, it's pretty straightforward. In terms of everything else, one thing I will recommend is making sure that all of your support characters are ideally at max level and have been soul boosted. This will increase the overall kind of, how can I say, power level of each of your respective sections being improved as you obviously increase the soul boosting and the level of all of these units. But yeah, pretty much a very, very, very simple concept. And yeah, to be honest with you, it's a very straightforward kind of build for this. The only real issue you have basically is just that there is this kind of lack of decent event exclusive units. They haven't given battle bonuses to Green Zamasu, which I think is a little bit kind of frustrating. So that's obviously a little bit frustrating, but yeah, basically for me at least, there are some decent options. But yes, generally speaking, you should build slightly better teams than this one. It's going to rapidly change how well you deal with this event. So yeah, basically, personally speaking, I think full power battles are fairly decent bit of content. I do enjoy them quite a bit, but I do think there is a little bit of a little bit of tweaking that they could do to just make it still a little bit more accessible and just make the rewards maybe a little bit better. But I think overall it's pretty good, for me at least. So yeah, looking at the actual process, it's pretty simple. You basically attack the boss with your 3 allies and you basically take him out. Little kind of tips that you can do here if one of your allies is being attacked and there's an exclamation mark above their head, what you can do is you can intercept that attack, and that will increase your link bonus, which will increase the damage that you do overall. What you can also do is you also want to make sure that you save your all-out attacks. These are the attacks you see glowing in my bar with the little white and yellow glow around them that have no key cost. These are going to be pretty important basically as you use these during this phase. So before the boss enters their shield phase, they are going to do an AoE attack. This will catch out most of your AI, and if you have a weak AI or you have a weak unit like that Vegeta I took, he's going to die. And the problem with that is it's going to dramatically reduce the damage of your all-out attacks and your rising rushes. So you want to try and avoid this. This is why battle bonus characters are very important. During this phase, when you see the bar up on the boss, you want to use all your all-out attacks or your special moves, and you're going to want to also use your rising rush. The reason being is this is where you're going to do the most damage possible. And you need to break the boss's shield, otherwise the boss will do an AoE attack that will dramatically reduce your party's HP. So obviously this is a concern, at least overall. But I think in general, or generally speaking, I find that it's a fairly concerted kind of ordeal, if that makes sense. I think it's a fairly kind of consistent situation to be in, and most players should be able to avoid it. I do think there's obviously kind of an inability to sometimes avoid these things, especially if you have a weaker party. You're going to need to probably up the damage. Look for battle bonus characters, look to raise your equipment, look to soul boost. All of these things are very critical and very important, and they're going to improve how your trajectory goes quite substantially. So yeah, if there's anything I can suggest, it's just that at the team building phase, really consider how you've built your team, and basically try to really maximize your damage, because damage here is such a crucial factor to your overall ability to perform here. If you don't do the requisite amount of damage, you're going to take AoE damage, you're going to lose units, and the secondary phases become harder and harder. So it is just one of those things where you need to basically have the right units. If you don't have the right units, then you need to try and generate some kind of cover up as much as possible. But yeah, personally, I think this one's not so bad. I think if you replace the God Vegeta, you probably clear the first clearance, and then you should probably win. So it's not really a big issue. I think you can quite easily handle this event without needing to change too much to the team I've shown you here. I just think when you look at the actual team and everything, I think if you just tweak Vegeta, then you should be pretty straightforward. I don't think it'll cause you any major concerns, and I think at the end of the day, you should be really able to clear the normal difficulty without changing too much. Just basically change Vegeta and you're all sorted. But yeah, that is basically it. I hope you guys obviously enjoyed the video, and if you need any help or you need anything, then obviously leave a comment and I'll take a look there. But like I mentioned, I think Vegeta is the unit to change here, and I think you're pretty good to go. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye.